What is up? So we are jumping straight into today's session. It is an arms and shoulders day, as always, as best as I can. I can stand, I can walk, just not far. So I'm just gonna have to do things as best I can, I suppose. But we're gonna start with a bicep cable curl using the straight bar if I can find it. But obviously warming up my biceps first, so let's grab the straight bar and get connected. Legend of a guy's grabbing a straight bar for me. It's down the other side of the gym. Cheers. Thank you. All right, so let's whack it on the bottom. So warm up will be probably, let's stick it on 12. 14.7. And then see how it moves. That's a decent warm up. Right, that was a good warm up. I feel like people often misconstrue the idea of a warm up, particularly for like resistance training and training for hypertrophy. Because you don't want to be doing a weight where you're just like, you know, banging it out nice and easy. You want it to have a good amount of resistance, but obviously not so hard where you begin to do reps that are involuntarily slowed down. So what I mean by that is, if you do a warm up and the weight you're using means by the 6th rep, your reps are slowing down, or even by the 8th or 9th or 10th, your reps are slowing down, drop the weight because it's too heavy. The action of reps being involuntarily slowed is only beneficial during an actual working set. So that's what you should be looking for in a working set, not a warm up. So if you struggle to know where your limit is for like warm up and working set, that's a good thing to know. If your reps are slowing down in your warm up, it's too heavy. Anyway, let's do the first set. My biceps are pumped to fuck already. Don't know why. I think it's just I've not been to the gym for a while, I suppose. If you can count, that was 14. So I'm going to up it by another 2, keep it at 26.1, which, if I've guessed right, should get me to about 8 or 10 reps between that, which is ideal. I think something I'm thinking about a lot during my training at the minute is when you're doing a working set, like I said about the warm-up, when you get to the first rep that has an involuntary reduction in tempo, which means it's slowing down, but not on your own accord. You are pushing as hard as you can, or pulling, I suppose, and it's still going slower than the previous rep. If you can do 5 reps after that, or including that rep, I suppose, that's what you want to aim for, basically. So once I'll do some reps, get to this rep slowed down. Now, can I do another 4, basically? That's the goal. And if all goes well, you shouldn't be able to. That should be a good way to help you gauge whether you're using the correct weight, basically, because I think a lot of people struggle with that. So you'll see, I mean, obviously you can't see what I'm thinking, but whilst I'm doing the reps, let's say I know I can get to 10 reps, I've done 4, and then the 5th one, I've slowed down, I'll think to myself, all right, I need another 4. Obviously, sometimes I won't get that. But regardless, if I'm managing to get a couple more, it's great. Let's do the next set. It's going to be a hard set, I can tell. Holy fuck. that was a very solid set. I actually lost count, which is really contradictory to what I said about the involuntary reduction in tempo, but regardless, I think I got 10 maybe, ish, I can't really tell. But let's do the next bicep curl variation. Right, so needing to adapt to my current needs, I suppose. I'm going to do seated incline curls. I did have programmed easy bar curls. I don't think that'd be sensible to do them. So we will do, like I said, seated incline curls with the dumbbells. Whew. Okay, cool, it's half the workout getting the bloody weights. Okay, so standard idea for this workout, not workout, exercise. Gonna take a nice little sit back and just curl up. I think a lot of people tend to bring their elbows up, which doesn't make sense because then that's engaging a muscle that's in the same chain as the muscle you're trying to work. So to dumb that down a bit, because your front delt and your bicep are in the same chain, which is the anterior chain, you are taking a lot of the tension off of the bicep by lifting your arm up, basically. So you want to minimize that, keep your elbows stuck back, and just imagine bending at your elbow, not lifting the shoulder up. I think that's quite an easy thing to do, if I do say so myself. So let's see how this weight goes. Right, so if you couldn't see it, there was an involuntary reduction in tempo on the 5th rep. So then I tried to go for 10, not 10 more, 10 total, which would have been 5 extra from the rep where it first slowed down, and I got 9. So not too bad. That seems to be the number I'm hitting at the minute, like 4 reps, where there's an involuntary reduction in tempo. So that's seems pretty consistent. Sorry lads, you probably couldn't see my face in that one. I only say lads because 100% of my subscribers are lads. So if you're a female, welcome, but 100% of my subscribers are lads. So hit the subscribe button if you're a lady or a man, to be fair. You'd help out my ratios a lot. Let's do this set. Might do a couple of these. But thinking about my plan at the minute, I don't want to be over sort of 8 sets per muscle per session. So we'll see where I end up. And this would be 5, which means I can do like another 3, maybe 4 sets. Assuming I do 3 on here. Okay, don't know why I tried to do partials there. Very recently, and I mean yesterday or the day before, I'm slightly going off partials, only because they seem to be more of a tool that I'm using to produce more fatigue, which as a cost to benefit they don't give much except extra fatigue. I know it brings you closer to failure, but then it's, you know, a different task I'm doing. Like, I'm now getting closer to failure on partial reps instead of failure on full reps. Do you know what I mean? So it's task failure that is different there. So I need to definitely use them as and when. I think at the minute I can get away with it because I'm literally just back into the gym. So mentally it might make me feel a little bit better just because I get a better pump potentially. But, you know, we'll just use them as and when. But I think that's a good weight and a good set to finish on. So we're going to do another bicep exercise, most likely on the cables. Right. So, as I said before, trying to adapt so I don't have to do too much standing. Nice gents over there put the dumbbells back for me. Didn't ask them to, they just did because they're top G's. Anyway, I'm going to do seated curls, but like with shoulder or the extension, I suppose. So at least I can sit down and do a decent exercise. But it's going to be like in front of me like this. Definitely not that weight. Put it on 12. I can put my feet on this and do that. Okay, obviously it's far from ideal, but I'm just trying to minimize the risk I have right now. Right, that was 12. Too light, basically. So I'll do 19.3 on the next set. See how that moves. I wish I wore a vest today so I can see my pump. I'm going to put it like 1 or 2 down because I felt like I was losing tension as I got here. So if it's further down, I'll have tension way there, which will be ideal. And I still want tension on it as I'm fully extended, so. Okay, I am not enjoying that exercise, but we've done 2 sets of that. So, like I said, maximum of 8, but really there's no minimum. So I'll be happy with that, considering I'm not, oh no, I am supposed to be at the gym, obviously. I'm allowed to be at the gym, but I think that's definitely sufficient for my first session back. So let's do some triceps. Whoa. Okay, so for this one, like I said, adapting. I think a great idea might be to attach this bar to the stack and do some like seated push down variation if I do that. I mean, the range of motion isn't great, but to be fair, if I keep my elbows here and push in front of me, that's quite nice. Work it up to 23.8. That should be a decent way. Arm pump feels absolutely naughty. And my forearms aren't even pumped yet. But if you didn't know, I am cutting, so I am in a calorie deficit, which isn't great. I'm on 2,500 calories a day and around 170 grams of protein, give or take 10 each way, which seems to be alright for me. Like, I'm hungry, yeah, but not starving. Like, I'm only starving if I time my food really badly. If you manage to time your food quite well, I'm not massively hungry throughout the day. Obviously, I don't have a full stomach, and I can feel that, but, you know, I'm not super, like, oh, I really need food. So that's always ideal at the start of a cut. Feel like I'm not going to lose much weight at this amount of calories, then I'll just drop the calories. But I'm going to keep the protein the same. That'll make my life a lot harder, having to drop the calories, but keep the protein the same. But we'll see how it goes. Let's do the next set. Well, first technical set, I suppose. That was 12. So I'm going to up it again by 1 to 26.1. Ooh la la. It was a very good workout there. I imagine it's because I've obviously done like technically a full deload. For some reason my forearms are pumped. I've not done any forearm exercises. But yeah, look at that forearm pump right now. Love it. Anyway. I need a good rest after that set, and then I'll crack on. Let's do this next set. I'm enjoying this exercise actually, so hopefully might be able to get a couple more sets out of this. Okay. Ooh, what the fuck? Okay. Maybe that weight's not heavy enough. So I got like 15, 16. But I am now inclined to do a single cable exercise. So let's crack on with that instead. All right. So I'm gonna do this exercise with just the thingy, whatever you want to call it. I can't do the normal way I do it, which is like, actually I might be able to. I'll try it. We'll see how it goes. But no warm up, straight into the working set. Not even at failure, so might have to up that weight. definitely not heavy enough. Put 13 on the first arm, 12 on the second arm. So I think, well, not I think, I know, I've upped the weight by 1. That should be okay. Because upping this weight is like a massive, it's like a massive jump between weights basically when doing it on the single arm. So we'll see how it moves. I'll have a good rest and then do the next set. Let's do this next set. My hands just loosen up a bit so I can walk around a little bit more now. But this is the first time I've been walking unassisted today, so it's not going to feel great. Let's do this. Right, so I'm going to be done for triceps now. My triceps are toast. Going to do 1 or 2 forearm exercises and 1 or 2 shoulder exercises. So let's crack on with that now. Right, well, because I can now, make the most of it. We can do the pronated cable curl, elite. I'm gonna hop straight into it, I think. Like I always do. Fix wrist first, and then allow my wrist to flex to get some wrist flexor work in there. Let's just do some relaxed wrist ones next. That's pretty decent. I have a rest, but then up the weight by potentially 2, and see how that moves afterwards. Right, had a very good rest then. I think it's going to be my only forearm exercise, and then I'll do 1 or 2 sets of shoulder press and a set of lateral raises, and we'll be done there for the whole session. Oh, okay. Forearms done. Like I said, Just gonna do shoulder press, and then we'll finish off with lateral raises. Right, I'm gonna chuck on, if I can, a 20, and just keep it nice and controlled where possible. I mean, like I always say, if you can't control the weight, the weight's too heavy. But I actually need my wrist wraps now. It's very weird how the tables have turned. Like I always say, I used to hate this exercise, but now I quite like it. So I have kept it in my plan. Oh, that's such a good wrist strap. See if I can do it on the next one. Oh, that's doing my OCD well. Oh, that's lovely. And don't think I'm taking a mick out of OCD. I have it. Right, let's put it up a little bit. A bit more. Yeah, that's good. Let's get some good reps out. Oh, okay. I think that was 9.5, which ain't too bad at all. Very content with that. And I feel like I might benefit from going with a slightly wider grip. But you never know. I might give it a try next set, or even next session, to be honest, and just see how that goes. Also, I'm like begging to get to 500 subs, because I know I'm only on 90 at the minute, but when I get to 500, I can do little cool things with the videos, like put polls, be that side, put polls there, so I can ask you questions in the video, you can respond, and I can go based on that. And also just like link other pieces of information I think are very useful. It's just, I don't know, I'm referencing a study or something, or there's a video I thought was cool that you guys should watch, I can link it, hopefully. That's how it works. So let's do another set and crack on. Oh, okay. That wasn't the level of intensity I would have liked, but regardless, I did the set, and I was having a think before that set. I don't think it's a good idea for me to do lateral raises. That involves me carrying 20 kilo dumbbells to the bench, and even if I'm sitting down doing them, I'm still got to carry them over. So I might give them a miss. Just for today, until I'm confident. Because imagine if I drop it on my foot, like that would not be fun. So even if I hadn't damaged my ankle, it would still not be fun. So let's call it there for today's session. Get some quick posing in. Hopefully you can see some leanness, maybe. Don't know, it's only been a week, but regardless, we will wrap it up there. Let's go hit some posing. Oh, all right. Don't know if I'm gonna get killed for taking my top off here. It's a pretty quiet gym, so I shouldn't get in too much trouble. Let's just have a look what the gains are saying right now. So front double bicep. Nice side chest. Nice. So tricep. Fancy a rear double biceps are. And who doesn't like a most muscular? Nice. Let's chuck the top back on so I don't get shouted at. Right, bit of a different intro to normal, but spice it up a bit. Hope you lot like this video. It was a very good workout actually, and like the first workout since I've hurt my ankle, so going based on that, it's not too bad. I'm hoping, and I know, to be honest, I'm going to keep pumping out these videos every sort of 3 days if I can. Like I said, I'm back at uni, so it's hard to push out videos, but I've got 2 assignments to get out of the way that are in March, and then I've got a big break until April, so like a 3-week break or so until I've got assignments again, so I can pump a good amount of videos out. If you are not following my Instagram, head over there now. I'm posting a new type, like a new style, so it's like a Twitter style post on a carousel that asks you a question, I answer it, and then I put a big explanation in the comments, or in a caption I suppose. So if you like that style of video, go head over to the Instagram. Also doing a similar thing on my TikTok, so if you like that style of video, go follow both. The link will be in the description, takes you right to my profile. If you're new, hit the subscribe button and turn on post notifications so you don't miss a video. And as always, if you like the video, like the video. So that's all from me, and I'll see you at my next session for a pull day. Peace.